Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today I am very excited to be unboxing with you the final month 3 of the Little Skeins Kindred Spirits bi-monthly subscription box. So for 6 months, this has been the subscription box I have been focusing on as part of my review series of Yarny subscription boxes. Go to month 1, I did a full rundown of what I could find about Little Skeins, talking about Anne, her eco approach to dyeing, where she is in California. We talked about water conservation and everything else in that video. So go check out month 1's unboxing to kind of get a little bit more of an overview of Little Skeins and Anne, who is the owner, operator, and dyer for Little Skeins. This is the Kindred Spirit box. It is themed Anne of Green Gables theme, which just, touched me in my little floofy heart. I'm just saying. I like Anne of Green Gables, Anne of Avonlea, all of that. I was a Road to Avonlea girl growing up. Still love it. I did go ahead and buy the Morgan Fellows DVD set as well as the Road to Avonlea DVD set. It was cheaper than purchasing the streaming version. And I've said it before, I'm an analog girl in a digital world. And part of that is I like to have things in my hands because if I have it in my hands, I own it. So I did go ahead and purchase the DVD sets. Not only were they cheaper, I have a physical product that belongs to me and I can prove it is mine. But yeah, I have not had a chance to sit down and watch them. I think as I work through this yarn, that will definitely be something we discuss in the show and tells. This box has ended up being a little bit different, as when we unboxed the first month, I was in the middle of the Spook Your Spring Make Along. Then I made the decision, you know what? A lot of these colorways are kind of interplaying with each other. Maybe what I ought to do is wait until I have all 3 months, do a big project with all of the yarn. So that is what I plan on doing at this point. However, that is going to take me an extended period of time to work a project using all 3 skeins. So I am going to end the review series with this video, which is very unusual for me. I almost always come back and do a final wrap up after I use the 3rd box, but that could be 6 months from now. And I really don't want to drag this out for 6 months and have you guys waiting. We did establish in the first month unboxing that this is already a box that is worth its value. While you're only getting the yarn for the single skein, it is $34 a month. Yes. And for the full skein and mini, which is what I have been getting, it is $44 every other month. So once again, this is bi-monthly. So 6 times a year, you will be charged that amount for the subscription box. The yarns are 70% merino, 20% cashmere, 10% nylon. I 100% have purchased this out of my own pocket. I have entered into this review series very much the same as I try to enter into all of them, which is more or less as blind as I possibly can. I don't want to prejudge anything that is coming in these subscription boxes in order for me to be able to give you a fair and unbiased opinion. From indie dyers, I would like to see a 5 to 10% discount. If we are dealing with something where really it's a pattern designer who's purchasing big box yarns, I would expect to see a 25% discount. As this is a solo, female-owned and operated business, we're looking at that 5 to 10%, which, as it's just the yarn we're getting, we already know that we are getting that discount immediately. Recently, I just saw somebody who is selling a 70-30-10 or 70-20-10, 70-20-10 cashmere blend, merino cashmere blend yarn. They're hand dyed for $55. So I think $34 is a reasonable buy on that one. Most of the places I saw ranged from $30 to $38 for their 70-20-10 blend. So we are seeing that on average. We are seeing a discount. I do believe that's important as we are getting a subscription box and have no control over what it is we are getting. So as far as like the color goes, Anne has set this up to where It's fairly streamlined. You know what type of yarn you're getting every month. There's no surprises there. The only surprise is within the theme, what is the color palette going to be? So, introductions all aside, what have we received in month 1 and month 2's box, and what did we receive this month? This is the fun part. Yes, I'm very scatterbrained. My screen that I am trying to look at you guys through is blowing up with messages right now. So sorry if I seem a little bit scatterbrained. If you watch my show and tell on Thursday, you will already know it has been a week as usual. So our first month, I believe, was this one. This is Miss Lavender Lewis and Macaron, inspired by Anne of Green Gables. That's April, May. She's got it on there. It's right there. Kindred Spirits, April, May 2024. I love it. So yeah, this was our first month, which I'm just head over heels in love with. I love the base colors between these two anyway, but the speckling on the Lavender Lewis is just... Up next, we have Queen Anne's Lace and Marilla, which I thought, number one, these are gorgeous together, but this is so a Marilla. I just loved it. Yeah, so this was June, July 2024. So that is where we were starting. Not that I didn't think these didn't go together, but on their own, I was a little concerned. I was like, maybe if I used these three together, I could come up with a cohesive pattern. So for this month, it is not on the label. Where's my card? I'll have to write it on there. This is Anne of the Island. Ba, 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 ba. The color is named Anne of the Island for the third book in the Anne series. It is a companion mini skein with a soft brown olive, is named Larch for the trees that grow on P.E. Island. So Anne of the Island and Larch. Right. So, and once again, I love this base color, but the beautiful speckling that is throughout this yarn. Oh. So here we are with our 3 months. So I'm kind of torn because I'm not sure, not that these don't all three go together. They do. This is a very compatible combination of colors. But I think for the way that I work and the way my brain absorbs color, I actually think that I might want to focus on these with maybe a touch of the large. Just so we don't get imbalanced with the Marilla being so dark. I love the macaron, but it is so close to Anne of the Island. As far as how that color read is, it's not in person, but it's like this is the lightest color that's in this one. So I don't want to lose that color in the project. So I do have multiple options. I can come in and work 3 separate projects with these. I can do any combination. Since I've got them, I can do any combination I want with the 6 skeins here. But I've got to think about it, because if I try to use all 6 skeins together, I think we're going to lose color. And the 2 darkest colors being Larch and Marilla. That's fine for an accent, but there's not enough to tie all the way through for anything that I can immediately think I would make with this. So I've got to sit down and do some pondering and some thinking. And I, once again, especially when you have all these tonals and speckles and just general interest, and even here in the Queen Anne's lace, I think we had the same problem when I was showing you this before. There are speckles throughout this as well. This is not just a tan yarn. In order to showcase the yarn, because this is definitely something I'm going to want to showcase the yarn, and not wanting to lose anything, I think I'm going to have to break things up. But I love how the olive and marilla look together. So I could even take the olive with the marilla and the Queen Anne's lace into a project, which would be stunning. And then Anne of the Island and Miss Lavender Lewis are so beautiful together. Maybe if I started with Macaron, went into Anne of the Island, and then Miss Lavender Lewis. So maybe splitting it into 2 different sets. 2 skeins with a mini, 2 minis with a skein. Because I love how that green and that purple play together. It is so pretty. My very first thought as soon as I opened this month's box was, oh, that's going to go so well with that marilla color. Because, I mean, even if you just look at those together, I mean, those two are perfect together. So, yeah, so I could do those 2 together and then this in a separate project. I've got to spend some time doing some research, but this is, I constantly am saying, once you get on with a dyer, you discover a dyer you enjoy, working their yarns in together, you don't have to purchase a sweater quantity of everything in order to be able to make projects out of these subscription boxes from the indie dyers. Most dyers have a style. And if you really jive with that style, their color palettes, things like that, it is so easy to mix and match and tie things back through and together. It's one of the reasons why when I do my monthly Yarnable and ALC subscription box unboxings, which are just my personal subscription boxes I buy for me, I share with you guys matches that are within the brands or within the dyers and across, because a number of you guys are getting both subscription boxes or have purchased both at different times. But once you get on with a dyer, you like their style, you like their colors, it is so easy to begin to put things together across their collection. So, I just came up with about 6 different ways to mix and match what I got over the course of the 6 months with the Kindred Spirit box. And once again, as duos, these are absolutely stunning on their own. So if you like this style, I highly recommend. And the yarn it is so beautiful to touch. It is so soft. I've told you guys before, I do really enjoy that touch of cashmere. I am not generally a straight fiber content person. For my lifestyle and everything else, if I'm looking to make a sweater, I do want to see some nylon or even acrylic in there for the different kind of durability. I love cotton with stuff. I've got a couple cotton and wool blends, things like that. I love bamboo and wool together. Also makes a beautiful mix. So I am not a straight fiber person. I do prefer to have a blended fiber, and the merino and cashmere are so soft and so squishy together. So anyway, that is our final month unboxing with Kindred Spirit. If you guys are not already sure by now at this point what I think of this as a subscription box, I totally give this a 9 out of 10. It's beautiful. All the colors go together. Once again, we have the ability to mix and match across multiple months. So if you don't necessarily want to immediately use your monthly box and you want to save up a couple months in order to, or bi-monthly box, want to mix and match. And of course, like over the course of a year where you're getting all 6 boxes, you could definitely come up with some amazing projects, either using these on their own or combining them to make a much larger project. We're like one color tone away in this combination from being able to do a sweater and have a very cohesive sweater, unless you did like a stranded Fair Isle or Intarsia combination with these, in which case, like that would be more than enough. But if you're thinking of like doing a intermittent fade or striping effect, I would like to see like a I think something that's a splash of a warm tone, maybe. Maybe a larger skein and a deeper tone with a softer mini. Anyway, over the course of 6 months, you could very easily create an amazing combination. But on their own as a monthly box, I think they're beautiful on their own. So yes, I totally give this a 9 out of 10. I think you're getting exactly what you're paying for. If this is your style of yarn, if you enjoy the look of these, I would definitely say wholeheartedly, I can recommend this. So I love you guys. I hope you are having a wonderful, fantastic weekend. I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Bye, you guys.